And then we'll start by chanting Om 3 times. 80% of the breath goes on the O and 20% goes on the M. And this puts us in the right frame of mind to practice yoga. So the finger posture that we'll use today is Apana Mudra, and that's the middle 2 fingers touching the thumb. So that's the middle 2 fingers touching the thumb. This purifies the body by eliminating foreign matter. It's useful in constipation, piles, vita dosa, diabetes, urinary tract obstructions, kidney-related problems, dental problems. It's beneficial for the stomach and heart-related problems, and gives you energy, and makes you a little more self-confident. So that's the middle 2 fingers touching the thumb, Apana Mudra. So we'll close down our eyes and we'll chant Om 3 times. Taking a deep breath in. Om. And again, deep breath in. Om. And one more time, deep breath in. Om. Join the hands together in front of the face and rub them nice and warm. And then spread that energy all over the face and neck, and down the sides of the body and over the legs if that feels comfortable. And open your eyes. So next we'll do Bastrika. Bastrika is a deep breathing exercise, and we'll do this for 5 minutes. So with your eyes closed, take a deep breath in, fill in your lungs, and then gently breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out should take about the same amount of time, 2.5 seconds to breathe in and 2.5 seconds to breathe out. So with the fingers in Apana Mudra, the middle 2 fingers touching the thumb, resting the hands down on the knees, I'll set the timer for 5 minutes and we shall begin. Breathing in and breathing out, nice and deeply. While you breathe in, imagine you're taking in positive energy and vibration. And as you breathe out, imagine all the toxins leaving your body. When the heart and the head get adequate quantity of energy and oxygen, the blood is purified and the body gets rid of all toxins. Breath is the bridge between the body and emotion. By regulating the breath, we can shift from an unsettled place of unrest, angry, or with anguish, into a nice, calm, beautiful, settled place. Just by breathing in, breathing out. Bringing the hands up above the head, bringing the palms together, rub them nice and warm. And then spread that warm energy all over the face and neck and shoulders, and open your eyes. So we'll stand up and we'll do some standing exercises. First, we'll shake our body, shaking the arms, shaking the legs, giving everything a good shake, releasing all the tension, all the bad energy that we might have picked up throughout the day. Just shaking it all off. And then with our feet apart, put the hands on the hips and we'll revolve the hips, making big circles. And then reverse. And last one. Keeping the legs apart, arms out to the sides into a nice star position. And then bend the knees, bend the elbows, and bring yourselves into a goddess pose. Back up into a star, straightening the arms, straightening the legs. And breathe out, bend the elbows, bend the knees, down into a goddess pose. And we'll do that one more time. So breathing in, straightening the arms, straightening the legs. And breathe out, bend the arms, bend the knees. And back up. And just give the arms and legs a little bit of a shake. Feet hip width apart, hands up above the head. And we'll lean over to one side into a half moon. And back up to the center. And down the other side. And back up to the center. And the opposite side. Trying to keep the arms close to the ears. Up to the center. And back the other side. And back up to arms above the head. Find something to gaze at. And lift up onto the toes. And back down. Bring the arms down. And just wrap them around the body. Just to support the arms. Feet apart. Lift the hands up above the head, stretching up nice and tall. Breathe out and fold forward at the waist, bringing the hands down towards the feet, lowering the head towards the knees. Hold on to each elbow with the opposite hand and just sway from side to side like a rag doll. Bring the hands to the mat, lift up the head, looking down at the mat, back nice and straight, and just stay there for a moment. Before bending the knees, lifting up the hands and stretching them up nice and tall above the head. And if it feels comfortable, find something to gaze at and lift onto the toes. And lower the arms, bring the feet down and just give everything a bit of a shake. Feet apart. Hands out to the sides. Bring one arm, run it down the leg, the other arm next to the ear, and bend over to one side into a side bend. And back up. And do the same the other side. Running the hand down the leg, one next to the ear, bending the side. Back down, and the same again the other side. Arm next to the ear, run that other hand down the leg. And we'll do it one more time on the other side. Lifting up the arm, running the opposite hand down the opposite leg. Back up to the center. And just give the shoulders a bit of a shrug, up and down. And then roll the shoulders back. Making big circles with the shoulders. And then reverse, rolling them forwards. And slow down and stop. Let me just put the mute on. Hands up above the head, feet wide apart. Turn to one side. Breathe out, fold forward at the waist, bringing the hands down to one foot. And bring the hands to the center. Then to the other foot. And then lift them back up above the head, stretching up nice and tall. And if it feels comfortable for you, come up onto your toes, finding something to stare at, keeping the hands nice and straight above the head, arms next to the ears. And back down. Give the hands a bit of a shake before they go back up again. And we'll do the same the other side. So turn to the opposite leg to last time. Fold at the waist, breathing out, bringing the hands down towards the foot. Back to the center. Over to the other foot. And then lift them back up above the head. And arms next to the ears. And if it feels comfortable for you, come up onto your toes. Just do what your body allows. Don't force anything. This is your yoga practice. And back down. And just give everything a little bit of a shake. Loosening it all off. Feet hip width apart. Hands out in front. Then we'll do a half chair. Breathing out, bending the knees, bringing the bottom down, making sure the feet aren't going, the knees aren't going over the feet. Bottom sticking out at the back, hands out in front. And back up. Just wrap the arms around the body. Before we do that one more time. Hands out in front. Bend the knees. Breathing out as we come down. Maybe come a bit lower this time if that feels comfortable. Back up. Give the legs a bit of a shake. Feet a little bit wider apart, maybe mat width apart. Hands out in front, join the palms together. Bend the elbows, bringing the hands to the heart in prayer position, and bend the knees, coming down into a full chair if that's possible for you. Just do what your body allows. We're all different. Everybody's body is different. Take a few breaths down here. Lift yourself back up and just give everything a bit of a shake. Feet hip width apart, hands up above the head, and we'll come into a half forward fold. So breathing out, bending from the waist, bringing the hands down towards the knees or the shins, whichever's good for you, keeping the back nice and straight, head looking at the mat, half forward fold. Breathe in, stretch back up. And if it's comfortable for you, up onto the toes. And back down. Breathe out, bringing the hands down towards the knees or the shins. Back nice and straight, head looking at the mat. And back up. And then we'll do a full forward fold. Breathing out as we fold from the waist. Bringing the hands down towards the mat or wherever they can go. If they reach the mat, try and bring them to each side of the feet. Bringing the head towards the knees. But just do what your body allows. Don't force anything. And back up, stretching the arms up above the head. And we'll do that one more time. Folding at the waist, bringing the hands down towards the mat. And back up. Give everything a bit of a shake. Bring one foot forward. Bend that front knee and stretch the arms up above the head. Reaching up for the sky, pulling the tummy in. Nice bend in the front knee, back legs nice and straight. Then lower the hands and we'll turn around and do that the other side. Bending the front knee, lifting up the arms above the head. And then we'll go round to the other side. Bending the front knee, lifting up the arms. And then round to the other side. Bending the front knee, breathing in, lifting the arms up above the head. Stretching up nice and tall, pulling the tummy in. And then lower the arms, straighten that front leg, and bring the feet together, hip width apart. And bring the hands to the heart into prayer position. And just breathe in and out a few times here. Feeling how the feet are grounded into the mat. On your next breath in, lift up the arms, bring them into a backward bend. Breathe out, folding at the waist into a forward bend. Bend the right leg, stretching the left leg out behind and look up. Take the right leg to join the left, lifting up the hips into a downward dog. And just lift the alternate heels off the floor and walk the dog. Then take the feet back, bringing yourself into a nice plank position. You can try and hold this there for a second before lowering to the ground, knees, chest, chin to the floor, hips raised slightly, hands next to the shoulders, elbows bent. Take a breath in, straighten the arms, lift up the head, bring yourself into a nice cobra. Put the toes under, lifting up the hips, back into downward dog. Bring the left leg forward between the hands, stretching the right leg out a bit behind and look up. Bring the right leg to join the left, lifting up the arms into a backward bend. And bring the hands to the heart. Into prayer position, Namaste Mudra. And take a few breaths. So we'll do that again. Breathing in, lifting up the arms into a backward bend. As you breathe out, folding forward into a forward bend. This time, bend the left knee, stretching the right leg out behind and look up. Take the left leg to join the right, lifting up the hips into a downward dog. You can lift the alternate heels off the ground, walk in the dog. And walk the feet back and bring yourself into a nice plank position. And then bring yourself down to the mat, knees, chest, chin to the floor, hips raised slightly, hands next to the shoulders, elbows bent. Straighten the arms, lifting up the shoulders and the head, bringing yourself into a cobra position. Before tucking under the toes, lifting up the hips, back into downward dog. And bring the right leg forward between the hands and stretch the left leg out behind and look up. Bring the left leg to join the right, lifting up the arms into a backward bend. And then bring the hands to the heart into prayer position, Namaste Mudra. And take a few breaths. And just give everything a little bit of a shake. So we'll bring that feet hip width apart, arms out to the side, and we'll lift one knee and balance. Finding something to gaze at to hold that balance, using the arms to stable yourself. And then lower the leg back to the floor. And just supple the arms around the body before we do the same with the other knee. So arms out to the side, palms facing up. Find something to gaze at and lift up the other knee. Holding that balance. And back down to the mat. So we'll walk up and down the mat, first on our toes, exercising the pressure points in the feet, then on our heels, on the sides of the feet, and on the insides of the feet. And we'll come back down to the mat for the next breathing exercise, Kapalbhati. Don't do this if you're pregnant, and if you've had a heart condition, high blood pressure, or an operation in the last 6 months, practice gently. Other than that, everyone else is fine. If for any of those reasons or any other reason you can't do this exercise, please just carry on with Bhastrika, the deep breathing exercise that we did for the last time. So with our fingers in Apana Mudra, the middle two fingers touching the thumb, resting the hands on the knees. And the emphasis with this exercise is breathing out deeply through your nose while your stomach contracts. Inhaling will be automatic. So I'll set the timer for 5 minutes and we shall begin from now. This exercise helps the face become bright, lustrous and attractive. The internal organs get exercised and it works with the digestive system, helping to regulate weight. It also strengthens the immune system. For the last minute, I shall speed up a little bit, but if this isn't comfortable for you, carry on as you are. Bring your hands up above your head, bringing your palms together and rub them nice and warm. And spread that energy from the hands all over the face, maybe down the neck, and open your eyes. So we'll bring the feet, soles of the feet together, and we'll bring ourselves into a butterfly pose. Moving the knees up and down. Wrapping the hands around the toes. Maybe closing down the eyes. And breathing in and out nice and gently. If it's comfortable for you, you can open the feet so that the soles of the feet are pointing up towards the face. This helps to lower the knees a little bit more, but if that's not comfortable for you, carry on just as you were. Remember, this is your yoga practice. If you've opened the feet, bring them back together and start to slow down the knees. With the hands wrapped around the toes, bring the elbows in towards the knees and start to fold forward at the waist, bringing the face down towards the feet, putting a small stretch in the lower back. Just do what your body allows, don't force anything. Then lift the head back up. Take the hands behind with the palms resting on the mat. Bring the feet to the floor, knees bent. I'll turn around so you can see me better. Then I want you to straighten one leg, pointing the toe, leaning back onto the hands. Leg nice and straight, pointing up towards the sky or wherever's comfortable for you. Lay that foot down. And then we'll do the same the other side. Stretching the leg up towards the ceiling, resting back onto the hand. And lower the foot. And then we'll do it with both the legs. Leaning back onto the hands, lifting the legs up, nice and straight behind. If it's more comfortable, you can lower onto your forearms at the back, bringing you a little bit lower to the ground. Just do what's comfortable for your body. And lower the feet back to the mat nice and gently, exercising the stomach muscles. Lower them to the ground. Straighten the arms, lift yourself back up into a nice seated position. We'll make circles with the feet, exercising the ankles, hands next to the hips on the mat. Making big circles with the feet. And then reverse. Lift one knee, hands behind the knee, and we'll make circles with the foot, exercising the knee. And reverse. And lower the leg back to the ground, and we'll do the same with the other leg. Hands behind the knee, making circles with the foot, exercising the knee. And reverse. And lower the foot back to the mat. Make the feet into a V, the legs into a V shape. Lift the hands up above the head. Turn to look over one leg and then fold forward at the waist, bringing the head down towards the knee, the hands down towards the foot. And lift back up. And then we do the same on the opposite side. Hands towards the foot, head towards the knee. And back up to the center. Lower the hands to the middle, to the mat in front of the middle of the V of your legs. And walk the hands forward, bringing you down onto your forearms. And then look up in front of you. Exercising the lower back, exercising the neck. Bring the toes back towards the body to activate the legs. And then point the toes. Toes back towards the body to activate the legs. And then point the toes. Toes back towards the body. And then walk the hands back towards the body. Close the legs together. And bring yourself back into a nice seated position for your Yulom Yulom, alternate nostril breathing. And we'll do this for 5 minutes. With your right thumb, close your right nostril and breathe in through your left. Then close the left nostril with the middle 2 fingers of the right hand and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close that nostril and breathe out through the left. And repeat. Always start and finish on the left-hand side. And if you do want that little bit more, you can breathe into the count of 5, hold for the count of 5, and breathe out to the count of 10. If it's comfortable for you, put the other hand in Apana Mudra and rest that onto your leg, onto your knee. So I'll set the timer for 5 minutes and we shall begin. from now. This exercise purifies the breaths and improves the level of oxygen in the blood. It helps the body to become healthy and strong, gives you a positive attitude, and helps with the blood flow to the heart, helping to prevent heart attacks. Always finish on the left-hand side. Before raising your hands up in the air, bringing your palms together and rubbing them nice and warm. And spread that energy all over the face and down the neck, and open your eyes. So we'll remain seated, arms out to the sides, bend the elbows into cactus arms. We'll breathe in and turn to one side, and breathe out and turn to the other. Do this at your own pace. Breathing in one side, breathing out the other. Trying to keep the arms at shoulder level. Fingers pointing up towards the sky. And then bring the hands down towards the knees. Just give the shoulders a shrug up and down. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And then back down. Up towards the ears, breathing in. And then breathe out, lowering them down. So we'll lift the shoulders into the arms into cactus arms once more. Bent elbows, elbows at shoulder level. And we'll open the arms slightly, lifting the head up, raising the chest. And then we'll bring the arms forward, bringing the palms and the forearms together in front of us and lowering the head, arching the back slightly. And then we'll open the arms, bringing them back, pulling the shoulders together, lifting the head, opening the chest. And then back forward, bringing the palms of the hands together, forearms, lowering the head, arching the back a little. And back again. Lifting up the chest, opening the heart, looking up. And then bring the hands back to the front, palms together, forearms together, lowering the head. And then bring yourself back to a neutral position, hands on the knees. Take one hand to the opposite knee, the other hand behind you, and look over the shoulder of the hand that's behind, putting a small twist in the back. And then back to the center, and do the same the opposite side. One hand on the knee, one hand behind, looking over the shoulder of the hand that's behind. Small twist in the back. To the front, we'll do the same on the opposite side. One hand to the knee, one hand behind, looking over the shoulder. Back to the center, and the same on the opposite side. And back to the center. So we'll do a Sufi grind. So we'll rest the hands on the knees, leaning forward, and we'll breathe out as we lean forward, making circles with the body, and in at the back. Breathing out at the front, in at the back. Making circles with the waist. and then reverse. And back to the center. So we'll exercise the fingers. With the thumb, I'd like you to touch the first finger, then the second, then the third, and then the little finger. While you're doing this, if it feels comfortable for you, I'd like you to chant Sat Nam. So Sat, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sat Nam meaning true identity, invoking your true self to be brought forward into your life, awakening the soul and creating a deeper internal connection. Sa, ta, na, ma. And it's really good for the fingers. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 And slow down, bringing the hands to rest onto your knees. And just breathe in and out a couple of times here. Stretch the hands out in front. Bring the hands together and we'll make circles with the wrists. And then reverse. And then rest the hands back to the knees. So we'll do Gomukhasana. So we'll lift up one arm towards the ear. Bend the elbow, bringing the hand down the back. And with the other arm, we'll take it out to the side and then bring it up underneath the back and try and touch the hands together. It helps you to gently flex the upper back, opening the chest, stretching the arms and shoulders. And then we'll unfold that. Hands back to the knees. Breathe in, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out, lower them down. So we'll do that the other side. So with the opposite arm on the top, bring it up to your ear. Bend the elbow, letting the hand go down the back. The other arm out to the side. And then bend the elbow. Bring that hand to try and meet the other one behind the back. And we'll just breathe here. And then release that. Bring the hands back to your rest on your knees. Breathe in, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Breathe out, let them go down. So we'll do Brahmari, and we'll do this 3 times. You place your index fingers above your eyes, then the rest of the fingers over the eyes. Close your ears with your thumbs. Breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, gently make a humming sound through your nose. And while you're doing this, imagine you are connected to all the positive energies of the universe. So we'll take a deep breath in. Raise your hands up in the air above your head, bringing the palms together, rub them nice and warm. The last time we'll do that. And then spread that energy all over the face, neck, down the body. Interlock the fingers, bring the hands to the forehead, breathe in, press and hold. And to the back of the head, breathe in, press and hold. To the sides of the head, breathe in, press and hold. And to the top of the head, breathe in, press and hold. And lower the hands back to the knees. Fingers in Apana Mudra, the middle two fingers touching the thumb. Close down your eyes. Breathe in and out nice and gently. And we'll finish with a short prayer and clapping and laughing. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May no one suffer. May everyone prosper. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we'll finish with clapping and laughing. Exercising all the pressure points in the hands. And then we'll throw our hands in the air and we'll laugh out loud 3 times. And again. And one last time.